Hello, everyone, and welcome to the seventh episode of the Top Cut Pod, your monthly and your favorites Pokemon TCG podcast. Today, I'm joined, as always, by my lovely coworker and co-host, Lucas Ward. How are you doing today, Lucas?
Pretty good. How are you?
I am pretty good. Very exciting things happening. Obviously, Toronto Regionals just happened, and as being the only Canadian regional, unfortunately, now confirmed, no much for y'all like me and Lucas so desperately wanted. I'm a little tired after regionals. I'm still feeling it. I played all 3 days, not because I was doing well, but because I was farming side events. And then, yeah, last night I got home not too early, and then I had to be up pretty early today. Or
Right.
like on Sunday, I didn't get home too early,
Mhm.
and then just had to get up early for school. And immediately back to the grind because when you take a weekend off as a student, it's like taking 3 weeks off of work. It feels like. Um, so
I know what
immediately
you mean.
just getting back into it. But yeah, how have you been recently, Lucas? How's everything been?
Pretty good. School's just been busy, exam season, so just a lot of marking for me. Um, but yeah, regionals went well. I had a lot of fun. I didn't end up going back on the Sunday. I was just too tired from the Saturday and pretty mad at myself for losing a win and in. But we'll talk more about that later. um, but yeah, it was a good weekend. Feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the weekend was phenomenal. I was so excited already for regionals, and we kind of had a bit of an unofficial top shelf group
Yeah.
at the regionals where it was me, Jeremy, Javier, Mike was there for a long time of it, Julian was there, and all we were doing for Friday, we grinded so many side events. John, so many people from Top Shelf
Mhm.
grinded some side events. I opened 35 packs of Pokemon, which is so much fun. Didn't really get
That's
much,
awesome.
but
Which
it'll
packs
make.
did you end up choosing?
I got a lot of journey together because
Okay.
Brock Scouting, which we'll talk about a bit when I talk about my tournament run, was my MVP of the tournament run and
Okay.
single
Okay.
handedly got me out of situations where I would have lost or
Mhm.
gave me some wins I shouldn't have. Like specifically my third win. I got three this year, by the way. An
Let's go.
improvement from what last year, but not close to day two. Specifically, my third win won me the game or won me one of the matches from a tire like a losing position. So Brock Scouting has become the goat. And then day one, I was opening like I would get. I think I got day one. I had like 15 packs I was able to open. I just told the guy give me like a random assortment, and so I
Mhm.
opened evenly. Day two, when I had like 25, then I was like, okay, 20 journey together and five destined and two twilight. Um,
Yeah.
what I realized from opening Twilight is that I had tinted, like rose tinted glasses looking back on it, because that was the set that got me back into Pokemon. And I remember I pulled some heat. That set has actually horrible hit rates. I had to watch Owen and Zelbroso, part of us, open like like 10 packs and got two
Mhm.
EXs from that set.
Damn.
But no, a fantastic weekend. Didn't really pick up any cards. There's a couple Snorlaxes, but I couldn't justify the price. I did pick up a Landorus Boss's Orders full art because I've never seen that card in person. And
Landers
no Landorus. Oh,
or Lance?
Lance. No, not Lance. What's the guy's name? I forget.
Lysander.
Lysander. There we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this shows the
Those are
show.
nice.
Yeah. So I've never seen the Lysander full art in person, and
Mhm.
um, shout out to a somewhat local store. Kansan had it, and I was like, you know what? They printed it for the next 3 years, so might as
Yeah.
well get a cool little investment on this guy. And the card
Mhm.
is a lot better in person. I also picked up not the Secret Illustration Rare, but the IR, the ugly Blood Moon Ursaluna that nobody wants because a vendor had
Okay.
it for
Yeah.
$2. And I was
Mhm.
like, the
Why
other,
not?
yeah, it's $2. Like, what am I gonna do $2 with? So, I
Mhm.
went and got that one, and that's all. And then I started feeling the demons in my head telling me to blank out my entire deck, and that's why
Right.
I had to stop myself because I knew the moment if I bought a second card, I would want to blank it out more. How about
Those
you? Did you pick
demons
it?
talk to
Yeah,
me too much.
I know. Did you pick anything
Yeah.
up at the weekend?
No. I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't really want to spend that much money this weekend. My deck is already pretty blinked out. I have all the full arts for it that I need. So yeah, I was pretty good. I just did one quick scan of all the vendors. There wasn't anything that popped out, so I was just like, okay, I'm not going to.
Yeah, the vendors.
Mm,
It sucks because two of them. I was talking with the guys. Just
mm.
as the moment you kind of like mentioned that you work at LGS, like I think they kind of have like the connection. So one
Right?
of
Yeah.
them, Burnt House. I want to shout out the employees there because they're all very nice and they're all like very pleasant to talk to. They were
Mm-hmm.
coming from Chicago because a lot of these vendors are American. They were telling me that half of their stuff got caught in a snowstorm. So that's why they only had like it was the one
Oh,
at the very end nearest to the food. That's why they had
yep.
only three displays, which sucks for them because they probably lost a
Damn.
lot of money,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And then Banana Games, which is also local to Toronto. They had some pretty good stuff, and Kansas had some stuff, and I forget the name of the other two, but they had enough. They had good stuff. And a quick low shout out before we do start to all the event staff at this weekend's regionals. As someone who went to all 3 days, it seemed like it ran so much better than last year. Um,
Yeah. It went pretty well. I mean, the one day that I was there, it was pretty
like
good.
the main event ran really well. The side events at one point were getting a little like not like a little slow, and then they picked it up almost immediately. Like it was
Okay.
just like for
Awesome.
one or two pods that I was like, oh, we waited like a long time, and then they picked it up. So I do want to just say that obviously my enjoyment comes to playing the side events and playing the main event, but that's
Hmm.
made more enjoyable when the staff work as hard as they do. So I do want to shout out them. Also because we have a lot of some of our players who are judging. Shout out to Shree in specific. He was there as a judge for day one. He's actually one of my tables for one of the rounds. Um, just by the time it was like my win in the sense I had to win to keep
Right.
day two
Yeah.
alive. So shout out to him. But let's just get going to the episode because we do have a decent amount to talk to. Number one
Yes.
is I really hope this year shows that TBCI does never schedule an event for Canada during the winter because not only did we have a huge snowstorm that caused so many players to unfortunately have to cancel their trips or take horrible layovers. I was following Rahul Reddy's Twitter and then got the chance to speak with him briefly. He had, I think, like a 12-hour layover to get. He had to
Oh my
fly to
god.
Ottawa from wherever he was
Hmm.
in the States, and then from Ottawa fly back down to Toronto and had like a 12-hour layover in Ottawa, I think.
Wow.
And yeah, also on Twitter, a lot of European players unfortunately could not make the trip just because their flights
Hmm.
got canceled and they had no way to rebook it. So, first topic is why ever have an event during winter?
Yeah.
Horrible. Um,
Yeah.
I, I had to
Fall
walk
would be fall would be nice.
fall, the summer, like every American,
Yeah.
because I paired into so many Americans. I was telling them, I'm like, this is the best city in the summer. Like,
Yeah.
hands down. I
Hmm.
love Toronto in the summer. It is
Hmm.
super walkable.
Oh
Surprisingly,
yeah.
like it's pretty walkable. Um, so the summer it's nice. During the winter, it was bad, and I had to walk from my
Hmm.
hotel to the venue on
Hmm.
the Sunday because I didn't want to pay for an Uber. It was one of those
Yeah.
ones where you're holding something in one hand and you're just like switching out every 5 minutes because your one hand that's outside is
Oh.
freezing.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Other than that, Lucas, how about you talk us through this kind of very predictable top eight? I don't think there's one slight surprise, but overall, talk us through this
Yeah.
top eight.
So I mean, surprise, surprise, Gardevoir ended up winning in a field of Dragapults. So just like top eight, one Goldango. I honestly expected it to be more than one, just because of if you look at the meta share for this tournament, 20% Goldango, almost 21%. It's kind of crazy, especially when my deck had a bad matchup into Goldango. But yeah, so for the top eight, four Dragapult, Dusknoir, two Gardevoir, and then Raging Bolt making a little bit of a comeback after not being a top deck for quite a while now. I know a bunch of people who still play it, but yeah, that was really cool to see. Um, But yeah, I don't really know. I don't have much to talk about with this for this, just because I talked about Gardevoir and Dragapult so many
Yeah, the
times.
format's solved, right? The
Yeah.
format is solved. We even talked about
Mhm.
this last month, right? And the last we're like, the format. This is where why does Pokemon do the thing where Worlds and the December format is so long? Obviously, we don't have that many regionals in December, but definitely feels bad to be the first regional
Mhm.
um, and still be in this format. Like one, even the preparation, at least I felt was like I'm just preparing for a solved format.
Right.
There was nothing like there's slight innovation that I guess I had. Like we'll talk when I listen a bit. Like, but one I found it from Rowan Save Now. So shout out to Rowan for the list. He posted a video like the Monday before regionals about a Dragapult list that he was
Mhm.
running, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, this solves all my problems from breaking
Was it
into
the one
opponent.
with three Badoos?
Yes, and I did use
Yeah.
all,
Okay.
and I did use three of them in two games. So and against a Cardi. So
Okay.
his list was anti Guardy. I won both of the Guardies I played, so
Let's go.
it did what it had to do. But yeah, like you were saying, this format's just ridiculously solved. It's been here for a long time.
Yep.
I think Grimstar was a pretty good play for this weekend, like as an underrated
Yeah.
pick. I think a lot of decks were not really ready for it. Um, Obviously, when Dango's top, that matchup can be a little iffy, but if you're the Grimstar player, you can set up, and they don't have a Monkey Dory, which a lot of the Goldangos cut.
Mhm.
Like they didn't have, like they're unlike Worlds and unlike NAIC. The matchup becomes a bit better for you as the Grimstone player if you're able to set up two back to back. So pretty
Mhm.
cool. We had a local Chris who was able to make day two on the Grimstar list as well. So I do want to shout him out. So yeah, it seems like Grimstar was a pretty good play overall. But yeah, I mean, like, less Goldango at the top, admittedly, than I thought there was going to be, considering it was 20%, which I'm very happy that we didn't get back to back Torontos with the tier 0 format, because last Toronto
Right.
was just Regidrago, and that was so
Yep.
bad. I think all of Top Cut was Regidrago last year,
That
so
makes sense. Yeah.
at least there's some variance in this year's Top Cut, but
Hmm.
not really much to say. Like we have, even we scroll down a little bit, we have some like Kangs on Buffalon and top in 22nd place, some Mega Absols. Um, so Dragapult Charizard, which John was playing, and he said he was feeling really good for the weekend.
Hmm.
I think Jesse Parker's list is probably the best one, like the coolest one.
The coolest. Yeah.
Um, with the Dawn, as he likes to call it, the Rhydon EX. But yeah, like very like I didn't even really watch the event. Like that's how like I Sunday I
Yeah.
was there running side events. Last year I was excited to watch. This year on the bus home I was watching a bit of the semifinals.
Hmm.
And I didn't watch the finals just because Bolt was in it. I was like, oh, and he won game one. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna be able to
Yeah.
do it. And then no, he just got steamrolled the next two
Right.
games. So solid format. It's the same format for it feels like forever. Can't wait for
Hmm.
Ascended Heroes to drop.
Yeah.
Um,
Can't wait for perfect order. I know that's been so long, but I just want rotation. But
yeah, I think rotation is gonna be really good for the game for a bit.
yeah.
I know a lot of people are worried about not having like a hand disruptor.
Yeah. That's true.
Um, but now all those people who pulled a bunch of IR Harley Quinn or whatever the clown card is
Oh
called,
yeah.
what? Hold
What is
on to
that? Is that
them.
like rock paper scissors or is it a coin flip?
It's
I
a coin
forget.
flip. Draw if you
Coin flip.
tails draw three, heads draw five. But for
Okay.
both of you
Right.
and your opponent, so
Yeah.
it's not good. It's not a good card.
Hmm.
But I saw tweets being like this card is mathematically better than playing judge
Right.
if you want your opponent to whiff boss's orders on the last turn of game or whatever.
Right.
So that
Hmm.
was quite funny. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm excited for like that is the one thing I'm a little wary of. But I was listening to the Uncommon Energy podcast this morning, and Azul made a good point. And Azul's like, of everyone, the biggest advocate of like format is bad, format is dead, game is bad if there's no hand
Hmm.
disruption. He's the number one guy for that, I think. Um, but no, he was talking about how it's like maybe because the game's a little slower now, and things are going a little slow, it won't be as bad.
Hmm.
But I don't know. What are you looking more forward to for rotation?
I just want like Gardevoir to go away. Like Gardevoir, I know Dragapult's still going to be in format, so that'll still be a top deck. It's just I want to switch. I want things to get switched up. I'm excited for the new cards that are coming out, just to try them out. Like the what is it, Mega Zygarde looks really cool from Perfect Order, but that's 2 sets away, so I should stop talking about it. But yeah, it's just the cards coming out look really cool, so I'm excited for that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I think they're good.
Mm.
I think some like I have no idea if they were disproven yet, but there were some like leaks of like a Pokemon Factory worker like with a Mega Grid Ninja SIR.
Yeah, I
Like
saw that.
I don't know. I have no idea if that it's probably fake, but if it's not fake, that card is gonna be busted.
Mm.
So yeah, like it's hand disruption. People are like a little worried about that. I'm a big believer of like just wait until the format's here because like I think we've had that at least for the little bit I've been playing for like the past year. I've been playing. It feels like we've had a lot of that. Like a lot of people being worried about something kind of like getting rotated out or like a new card entering.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like that's kind of my thoughts. Yeah, like Toronto Regionals pretty boring. Only really cool thing is we had two Latin American players in the final, which I have no idea when that's happened before,
Yeah.
especially in Canada. Like I wouldn't be shocked if this is like one of the first or one of the first Latin American players to have won a Canadian regional. So that's pretty cool. Since I'm Colombian, that's pretty cool to see that and see representation of them. Um, Anything else here? I think like slightly Katie Montgomery beating Henry Chow on stream for the ASIM was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the venue when that happened, so it's pretty cool just to see people's reactions from that. Um, but yeah, overall, I like definitely would not have paid attention to this regional if I wasn't playing in it. I feel like the format's been so
Fair.
solved. Kind of felt everything, like kind of knew how it was going to go down before it came out. But how about we get into something a bit more exciting? Our tournament runs, Lucas. I will go
Mm-hmm.
first just because you've had one, the better deck, which I will keep a secret for now, and two,
I
the
don't know
better
about better,
run.
but
Cooler. You
cooler,
were
cool.
significantly cooler. I don't remember if I mentioned it last month. I was on Dragon Pulse Dustmore for this regional. Not a read at all. I knew it was going to be the second most or third most popular deck. I knew that my Goldango matchup was actual dog water. Like, honestly, I played one Goldango, and that was the most difficult game of Pokemon I've played. And I kind of cheesed out a game two win, and then we tied. Um, so really wasn't any sort of meta read, more as I kind of just follow the advice of pick a good deck and practice it. And Dragapult was just the one I wanted, and also I can say this, and I'm gonna put proof on the episode on the screen here. I was on Dragapult before it was good. Last regionals, I played Dragapult. It's a full Dragapult. Dragapult Pidgeot is when I played last regionals. Basically, I just made the deck as a Charizard list. It just had Dragapult instead.
The Dragon Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was playing it before it was good. I can say 2 years in a row. Got one more win out of it. Something I'm very happy about though is I only got 2-0'd in one game that I lost. I only got 2-0'd.
That's pretty good.
So compared to last year, it was a significant improvement because all my losses were 2-0s and all my wins were 1-0s, and I got a couple 2-0s on the winning side, which is nice. Um, But yeah, overall, I was very, very happy with my
Mm-hmm.
play. We can quickly go down my matchup spread and everything. So I did hit round one, a Mega Absol box deck. That was brutal. Game one, he set up Absol. And then I was like, okay, I needed a Lilies here. That'd be really nice. And I can maybe set up my board. I draw into a near upper energy.
Mm.
I then try to stall. He's able to get Absol back in the active because he drew Latias, and then he goes. I forgot what the attack's called. Looks at my hand, looks at the new upper energy, discards it, and at
Yeah.
this point, I have two Drapies, no Cloaks. I don't draw into an energy. Drew into a Dracloak, got the Dracloak, drew nothing, and I was a slow death. I did follow Zul's advice of play fast, scoop faster. Went to
Yep.
game two. Game two was a lot closer. Um, my opponent and I kind of did agree that I kind of just played everything I could. Like, it's just a hard matchup. At the end of the day,
Right.
I feel like it's a very tough matchup. He had a really cool play where he went double monkey off of a penny for game, so that was pretty
Hmm.
cool. I try my best. I opened Latias, which sucks because I don't play turtle on my list. For those who are curious, I was playing the Rowan. It's gonna be on screen. I'm playing the Rowan Savino list that doesn't play the turtle. It plays the two Brock Scouting. So I opened Latias in game two, which I knew was really really bad, and I didn't want to obviously because in that matchup you just kind of take the energy draw, like you just take it that you're gonna be delayed in
Hmm.
energy, and hope you don't draw into new upper and just be able to find it later. Um, that's how I ended up getting game. You just had to boss it up. Fair enough. Wasn't necessarily too happy with it, but I was really happy with how I played, and that kind of gave me the confidence to go into my back-to-back Guardy rounds. That was a little nerve-wracking when my opponent turned over Guardy. I was like, oh, okay. Game one,
Hmm.
I was able to stall him out, kill both of his Ralts in play. He scooped. Game two, I had game on board, and then I had to wait one turn of Itchy Pollen, and I would have won. I did a horrible miscalculation in my head, retreating Dragapult. I literally looked down at the board, and I'm like, oh, I don't have game. I did consider scooping right away,
Hmm.
but I was like, let me play it out for a bit. Three turns later, I scooped because I was like, okay, he has it. Once they get the Gardevoir, it's impossible. Game three was a lot more It was a lot more interesting. Definitely, no one was expecting the triple Badoo. That
Right.
came in clutch in that game because he thought he was going to have no items, so he went a little rash and decided to leave. What did I do? Um, he went for a TM Evo. He then miscounted. No, that was the other game. Game two, he was not preparing for the item lock, so he had used Ultra Ball preemptively to get Gardevoir into his hand. Ionoed into the item lock. He wasn't able to get a Kirlia onto his Ralts. At that point, I was able to evolve into
Right.
Dragapults, knock it out. At
Hmm.
that point, any Ralts tried hitting the field, I was just getting. It's always scary, and it was also really unfortunate. He whiffed 3 turns for personal energy attachment, so he couldn't even get Lily's Clefairy online. So it was just a very much snipe all the Ralts that came in play. One turn, he
Right.
couldn't put a Waltz in. He missed energy attachment, and then he scoops. Because at that point, I kill Mew. That was in the active. IO then next turn, I go for the knockout on the Lotus Fairy. My second Gardevoir game, I was also a little nervous. I was like, okay, you know what? Beat a Guardy. That's pretty good. Let's see what I get next. Another Guardy. Oh, brother. Um, it went well, though. I think my opponent was a pleasant to play against. He won game one. I won game two off a pretty big miscalculation on his part. He was playing
Hmm.
V2 Krillia. He goes for a TM Evo play with Frillish inactive while I still have Vidoo. He must have somehow, I don't know if he didn't prize check. I'm pretty sure he did. He just did not realize that both his Krillias were prized.
That sucks so bad.
I then hit the nuts off of one top getting Dracloak, drawing into another Dracloak, drawing into another Dracloak, off that Dracloak, and then I already no, yes. Oh wait, sorry. I already had one evolved from that Dracloak, drawn to one from the other one, drawn to another one from my final
Hmm.
Dracloak, drawn to a Neo Upper with a Dragapult in hand. I already had a Dusclops set up, and I did the knock and got his 2 Kirlias. He then scooped. I don't really remember game three. It was not close though. I think I also kind of ran away with that one just because I think I would have remembered it. It was a bit closer. Obviously, no disrespect to my opponents. Round four, I hit a Joltik box, and I thought when he flipped over the Miraidon, I actually just wanted to walk away from the table. Because they never whiff. Apparently, is what I've
Hmm.
learned. They never whiff. So game one, he wins very quickly. I scoop. Game two, even though I item locked him, he was able to set up a Pheasantipity. So he was just sniping all of my Dracloaks.
Oh, that's so annoying.
And it was the most frustrating thing. I was able to finally get two, But like, it is ridiculous that the Joltik box deck can do that. I can item lock him, and he only had Pheasantipity inactive and then a Pikachu, and I still almost lost the game. He was 2 prize cards away from winning because he just kept saving my Dark Looks. Game 3, he just then does whatever Joltik box does. I knew going to Game 3 where it's like, I see the Joltik box and I'm not going to win this game. I then whiffed 2 turns, draw pass. And that's all she wrote. That one kind of sucked. Game 5 against Goldango, I had some experiences, and I don't really want to air them out, but just an easy tie. Just lost the first game. Lost game 1. It took a really long time. Lost game 2. Took also a long time. And then game 3 just went to tie, and we tied. I am proud of myself how I played game 3 in the sense where it's like I almost did give him opportunities to get enough prize cards. But halfway through, I was like, we're not realistically going to finish this game. So I was just kind of getting your cloaks up, using Ionos, not putting Drag Bolts in play, just to reduce the chances of him getting anything, and just Badoo, Badoo, Badoo. Triple Badoo really helped me in that third game. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, Triple Badoo really helped in the third game. And then this is the game that I tilted myself. It was against Charizard. Favorable matchup, unless you apparently forget. Apparently, until your opponent with no Pidgey in play, no Pidgeot in play, just a Moltres and 2 Dusclops hits double Dusclops to put 50, then bosses up your Latios, and then knocks out what do you have? A Dracloak on your bench, and then knocks you out with Maximum Belt Moltres. That felt so bad. That felt so bad. I thought I had a game after I wiped his Curamators, and he didn't scoop, but I was like, okay, obviously it worked out for him. Under no circumstances am I saying the moment you think you're losing, scoop the game. He just didn't scoop, and I was like, okay, I'll win next turn. Then not win next turn. I also did throw that game because if I had a Dusclops in play before, which I had the opportunity to put, I would have been fine. So the only person I can blame on myself is me. I just lost that game, and I think at that point my mental was tired, and then in my head I was like, oof, I have to grind out the rest of these games to have a chance of making day 2. And I definitely did kind of surrender a little bit. Game 2 I also didn't have a really good setup. He ended up winning. So losing to a favorite matchup kind of sucks. But I was like, you know what? I still have the chance to improve my record. That's what I wanted to do, was improve my record. And then game 7, hit a Kangaskhan Boufflant. Thank God my opponent misplayed horribly towards the end of the game. He wins. That's also a bad matchup. Like I'm looking back at this. I played out of all Dragon Ball's horrible matchups, literally all of them except Charizard, and I lost it. So there goes to show that matchup spread doesn't matter. It goes to show that it doesn't matter what deck your opponent is playing, what deck you're playing. It's all the individual actions in the moment. Because I had favorable matchups, but it didn't matter. My opponents had unfavorable matchups, but it didn't matter. And sometimes you just hit a Joltik box, you know?
Yeah.
And then Kangaskhan Boufflant. Game 1, he again just kind of ran away with it. He hit triple heads on a Dragon Ball with only Dragon Ball in play. No energies attached, and the one with new upper. That's my luck, I guess. Game 2, he also hits triple heads, which is crazy. I was like, twice in a row is ridiculous, but then I ended up winning. Game 3 is where Karma Retribution comes back in my way, where he needed to just hit 1 heads on the Latias to win. Lifts it. I'm able to retreat. Monkey Dory knockout Kangaskhan the active after using a Dusclops. He then had game in hand because he had the Boufflant, not the one with the curly wall, the other one that does 50 damage, and he had energy on it. All he had to do was promote it. Boss orders Latias. He promotes a Boufflant that has an air balloon on it. I'm not sure why. I think maybe he still had to search for it off of a Pokegear. Jamming Tower was in play, and he did not realize because he said, "I have game on board," and then he goes to play it out, and I'm like, "Wait, you can't retreat. The Jamming Tower in play."
Yeah.
He then goes, he curses, not at me. I don't want to accuse him of doing that. Just swears and goes, "Okay, good game," and extends the hand.
Yeah.
And then, as if I couldn't face worse matchups, my last matchup was Sarah Box. I like what am I gonna do against Terrorbox? No shame in. I didn't get more
Mhm.
than 2 JP set up. Game three, I literally went draw pass.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Overall, I'm happy with how I played. The biggest lesson and takeaway I will ever have from this is I'm never picking the ladder ever again. Playing Pokemon on the ladder sucks. I'd rather save the hour every night I'm playing on the ladder and just go to a locals. So I'd rather
Yeah.
work
It's so much more fun.
so much more fun. I throughout the day I was like, oh, I like Pokemon when it's not on the ladder.
You're right.
The ladder also almost made me change a horrible last minute choice to play Gardevoir because I was like, I keep breaking on the ladder, I keep
Mhm.
breaking. Friday I played some games and I was like, oh, apparently this only happens on the computer. Because I didn't break
Yeah.
once. I bricked one game. Like I bricked
Mhm.
2 games where I could say that it was purely bricks. Every other game, I maybe not hit it what I didn't hit what I needed, but I had outs that I didn't play properly that I did think about afterwards. So if you're playing on the ladder and you're playing Pokemon, you're like, man, my deck sucks. I keep breaking. Bring it to a local, see if it actually does that in person. If it doesn't, it's the client. I don't know what else to say. It's the client. Okay, Lucas, that was a long little ramble from me and my tournament
All
one.
good.
But you have a much more interesting run than I did. So walk us through, and you actually kind of do have to explain your deck a little bit because it was nuts,
All right.
even on
I
the
can
day
do
one
that.
phase. So walk us through what you played,
Yeah.
why you came to this conclusion, and overall just how your regionals went.
Yeah. So I chose to play Greninja last weekend. Two main reasons. One was just hadn't really played much in a while. I just wanted to play something fun, something different. And then what really convinced me to play it is that like nobody's playing Shaman in their deck right now. So if the deck sets up, which is was my main issue this weekend, if it sets up, like I don't think I'm gonna lose the game. It's just inconsistent setting up. Just being able to Mirage, not like destroy someone's whole setup in a turn, use a Dusknoir.
Is it one? It's one
It's
twenty to two, right? Just two
120 to
already.
two Pokemon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then you can also like Boss Fez, hit it for weakness with 120. So hit it for
Oh,
240 and
true.
active. So like there's a lot of great plays. Like it plays the Briar. I didn't use Briar once this weekend, but I know that Briar is a very good card, so it makes sense that you would use it.
That was me in Blood
Um,
Moon.
yeah.
I thought about cutting it, and I was like, no, I'm going to need it. I didn't. The one time I needed it, I whiffed energy.
Mhm. Yeah, like it's good. It's good to have just because I'm playing Pidgeot. So if the opportunity presented itself for a cool Briar play, I would have been able to with Pidgeot. But yeah, a lot of fun playing the deck. I'm probably going to keep playing it for a while just because I really enjoy it. I want to find some way to improve getting a turn one attachment. That was my biggest issue is attaching a water energy to a Froakie turn one, so then you can Mirage turn two. Um, but yeah, so awesome deck. I'll talk about my matchups now. Was kind of crazy. So round one, I played against a Mega Sharpedo deck, and I ended up playing against two Mega Sharpedo decks this
That is
tournament, which was kind of
ridiculous.
crazy.
That is ridiculous.
Um, yeah, so pretty straightforward game one. He was playing Zoroark EX in his deck too, as just as a draw engine, which just kind of gave me more targets to snipe in the
Yeah.
Zoruas. Um, so that one went pretty smoothly. I don't have nothing really exciting to say about that. Mega Sharpedo is a very cool deck. I love Toxtricity. So any deck that has a Toxtricity, I'm a fan of. But then round two, I actually played a local, Genesis. That was pretty cool. Game
Oh,
one,
oh my gosh! Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I've heard his name. I didn't recognize.
yeah.
That's so funny.
So game one, something that happened to you happened to me. I had a pretty slow start. He had Fez active, and he just goes Candy Charmander, loads up the Fez, and just keeps sniping my Froakies over and over again. So
Jeez.
game one, I didn't get set up. Then game two, I went second. My turn was Duskull pass, start Duskull. I drew an energy for turn, passed, and then his turn two, he Candy Charizard. won the game. So
Nice. Yeah.
that sucked. Even though like that should be a good matchup for me, just because there's so many liabilities on the bench for Charizard that Mirage Barrage can take advantage of. Um, so that one hurt. But then round three, um, I don't. I like. I'm convinced the Goldango matchup is just horrible for Greninja. Maybe I'm just playing it wrong, but round three, neither game was super close. Greninja or not Greninja, sorry, Goldango. If they can just get set up so fast, as soon as they get a board full of Goldangos, I can't really do much because they're one-shotting me.
Yeah.
Somehow, so nothing special to say about that game. Somehow, round four, I tied a Goldango, so I lost round one, round two, or game two, and then that was it. We tied during game three. Then I did play. So at that point, I was 1-2-1. I was not feeling great about myself. I was doubting the deck, and then I went on a little bit of a run. Probably thanks to the matchups that I had. I played an Alakazam deck. Very easy to take advantage of with Greninja. Like you just wipe their whole setup. They can't draw cards. That game wasn't close. Then played another Mega Sharpedo. This one actually it got pretty scary at some points because once they have the Mega Sharpedo, I have to like 3-shot it to kill it.
Oh,
Because
true.
they play Psyduck. So I can't use Dusknoir that much in that matchup, but I was able to work around the Sharpedo, just kill everything else. So that went pretty well.
Bullet Torpedo. I've not seen a secret box in a. I know a lot of people like to play
Hmm.
the Heroescape. This is a pretty. Yeah, this is definitely teched out for Goldango.
Yeah.
This is definitely like because Sharpedo is actually a pretty decent deck. Like the Sharkpool matchup, at least from what I found online, is really bad. Like you hit into it, if they pick it up, cool.
Right.
They also play monkeys, you know. So it's actually a pretty decent deck, and I think that's probably why like he was able to at least win a couple games. But yeah, that's pretty surprising with the secret box. Definitely would have caught me off guard.
Yeah. And then so round 7, played against another Terra Charizard. This matchup went how I think it was supposed to go. I actually got set up. We ended up getting to the gentleman's agreement stage. So I just want to say again, thank you very much to Avery, my opponent, for honoring the gentleman's agreement. I was 1 turn away from game, so that was pretty awesome. So then I got to stay in it for a little bit longer. But yeah, it was just got set up before them, wiped their setup. They didn't realize the Mirage Barrage play where I could boss up their Terapagos and hit it for weakness for the 120. So that was a big shock to them one of the games. So then they didn't use Terapagos for the rest of the game. And then my winning in to day 2, I played against Brandon Salazar, who was a very good player. Top 8'd Milwaukee with Grimmsnarl. So very good player. I just we played 2 games. I lost both of them. Both of them were really close, but neither of them I got set up turn 1. So neither of them I attached energy turn 1 and just prevented them from getting set up, which is again what I try to do every game. That's my main goal. So they were like longer games. We got deck checked in between game 1 and game 2, so there was a big pause. So that was kind of awkward. We talked for part of it, and then it was just quiet for like 15 minutes after that, or not 15, but like 5 minutes.
To be in.
Yeah,
like if it's a couple first rounds, and like you're a bit more like jovial, not because like especially you, Lucas, like you're such a happy-go-lucky, like you're such a happy person, such a like great person to talk to. But
thank you.
Like that's crazy. What do you like game 1 and you're winning in for both of you, and then you get
exactly.
Checked? Why would they do that?
Yeah,
like,
it was just a very
similar
intense
at all?
Sorry?
Were your sleeves similar colors at all? Because I know that sometimes is like why they do
No,
it.
it was just like it was just random. They were walking around waiting for like to find someone in between games. So like it had nothing to do with us. Like it wasn't like a targeted deck check. It was just like random.
Yeah,
We
it's got
both
unlucky.
passed. Like my opponent had to replace some of his sleeves, but that was fine. Didn't matter. Um, but yeah, it was just unfortunate because I know Grimsnarl matchup from my experiences has been very easy. It's just because they have Frostlass, Monkey Dory, and everything on their bench dies to
Yeah.
120. And a lot of decks have been cutting Shaman, so just being able to pick off their Frostlasses, or if they have a bunch of Monkey Dories, set up snipe 2 Monkey Dories, and just go 2-4-6. Pretty straightforward. Because you can win before they build up enough damage on your side.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so that sucked. I was pretty mad after I lost that game, but overall, I like 4-3-1 is pretty good. So I got 20 championship points from it. So getting closer to ace trainer. That's all I really care about is getting
That's
that this season.
super true. That is super
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah.
yeah, seems to be a pretty good run though. Yeah, like, I don't think there's anything you should
Mhm.
not be proud of. Like 4-3-1 is pretty like, and again, like you hit such weird matchups,
Weird matchups. Yeah.
and I mean, yeah, it's like, what can you do when you break like that Charizard game, right? It's like, what can you do when you go
Mhm.
Dusclops active, pass, Candy Charizard?
Yeah. Yeah.
So definitely from what you're telling me, it seems like you just got a bit more unlucky.
Yeah. The games I lost was I don't think it was because I chose the wrong deck. I think it was just because I got unlucky.
Yeah,
That's what I
and
would say.
like
Yeah.
I think it's like good in the sense where it's like I'm glad that you don't feel like you were limited by your deck, and also like you shout out your opponents. I'm going to shout out most of my opponents for the most part. I'm not going to say any names, but
Mhm.
most of them who I played against were really nice people and were really great
Yeah.
to talk to. Obviously, it's just a large scale event. It's regionals. It's nothing to do with Pokemon itself. All the people in Pokemon I've played against have been great. Every once in a while, you're going to run into the odd person who gives you a bit of a tougher time in some situations, but can't really control that. It's unfortunately a part of Pokemon at the end of the day,
Mhm.
but I'm glad to hear that your turn run went well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like that's kind of our little turn ones. I did want to end the episode off, Lucas. Just I talked a bit about my regional experience. I know we had a lot of people at Top Shelf who have been interested and want to join regionals, or who've been starting to get into the game and compete a bit more. I do want to shout out everyone who I saw there. It was so great to just see everyone and be able to talk with everyone for a little bit. Like again, everyone who I spent my weekend with, Denzel, Owen, Julian, Chris, Noah was there, Jeremy, Javier, Mike, Nell, like so many people. So I do want to shout out
John.
everyone. John was there. That's awkward. I didn't say John. I went to dinner with him on Friday, so I definitely should have remembered. John, Stanley, Ben, Charles, his entire group that I spent my weekend with. Um, but yeah, if you're a new player and you are like, "Hey, regionals is scary. It's a really big event," just go. Worst thing that's gonna
Yeah.
happen, you're gonna go 3 drop, or you can play it all out.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that's going to happen. The rest of it is you will have fun playing side events. You'll have fun just meeting people. Atmosphere is really cool at regionals. The first couple rounds before it gets tense because people like have like their win-ins and everything. Always really fun. Like I think first 3 rounds
Oh
are
yeah.
like the best, or first 2 rounds are the best because like people are just kind of chatting. Like people are happy to be there. They're excited. After round 2, it's not because people are like get sour or they get mean or anything. It's just then people are on the fence of being able to continue the tournament where things get a
Right.
bit more serious. But yeah, I just want to shout out everyone who I saw. Um, but yeah, trying to think of what else. I mean,
Bring lots of snacks.
yes,
Very
bring yeah,
important. Well,
yeah,
snacks and water.
snacks and water. Whenever you have the opportunity to use the washroom because your game ended early or whatever, just
Hmm.
go to the washroom. They get very
Yeah.
crowded at these events. Um,
This venue is. I know you haven't really been to any other venues. I don't think, but the washroom situation at the Toronto Regional is the best out of any other regional.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say it was the
yeah.
worst. Don't worry about it,
No,
guys.
no, no.
Oh,
It's just because like right outside of the venue, there's a bathroom that has like 30 urinals in it. That's
oh yeah.
always
No one
empty.
uses it. Yeah, no one uses it. That's
Yeah,
true.
so like there are great washrooms um, at this place. So usually at all the other ones, the only bathrooms are actually like in the venue, and there's a line after every round, which is annoying. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
but this one's
fair.
good. Yeah,
Okay. Well, yes. This is Lucas. Bring lots of snacks. Bring lots of food. Bring lots of water. Bring extra sleeves, please.
yes,
Bring extra sleeves. Even if you don't think you're gonna make day two, have a new, fresh set box of sleeves. Doesn't matter if you use
your
Dragon
sleeves will
Shields.
get messed up.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you use Dragon Shield. Doesn't matter if you use Endgame. This is not a discussion like what sleeves are better. But if you wanted to decide which ones are better, you can head over to TopShelfCo.com and they will all be there. We do have some Omega still in stock and some of the nicer colors that people have been looking for, like
Got
the
some
Sakura Pink.
Omegas right here.
Yeah, the
That's
Omegas.
what I played.
I also use Omegas.
Yeah,
Endgame sponsors for a Canadian podcast.
yeah,
Anyways, Dragon Shields also are good. Just bring extra sleeves. They will get messed up. Like towards the end of my like, I'm still going to be able to use my Omegas, luckily, but they're definitely not shuffling smooth. I am having to
right.
jam the sleeves a little together because think about how often you're shuffling at a locals. Now think about that at a regionals where you're playing
Yeah,
eight
locals you
plus.
play like 4 games. Regionals you play at least 16.
Yeah, exactly. You're playing at least 16 games of Pokemon. So think of all the shuffling you have to do. Bring snacks. Snacks save me. Um, if you're staying anywhere in a major city, I'm assuming hopefully Toronto is the exception. Make sure you have a good breakfast plan in case your hotel doesn't
Yeah,
offer breakfast. My hotel said breakfast was available, and then it was $40 for the buffet. I said I'm not made of money, so I had to walk 20 minutes out of my way to find a breakfast place. Um, but yes, bring snacks, bring water. Always fill up your water bottle when you can as well.
yes.
And I think the biggest thing is if you're a new player, especially if you start off a little slow or you get eliminated like quite early. Like I was a little bummed out when I lost and we couldn't make day two. Um, I think the best thing is kind of just try to have as much fun at the end of the day. Like it's
Oh yeah.
becoming a bit more expensive to go to these regionals, so gotta make your money worth. Like play out all your games, even if you have
Hmm.
like even if you haven't won or you might not be able to make day two. At least with the new format, you can make points up until the very, very end if you're
Yeah.
going to the last round with 3 wins. So play it out. You're gonna. There's no reason not to. And if you are close to the area or you stay at the hotel, definitely head over to the venue on Sunday. I was there the entire day Sunday playing side events. Was able to rip up some packs, got some things from the vendors. Honestly, there's not ever a reason to not just go and just enjoy. At the end of the day, this is a game, and Pokemon's fun. It's meant to be played. Um, but yeah, Lucas, before I head off, any like funny little highlight or quip where you're able to meet anyone that you wanted to meet throughout the weekend, or like anyone you're able to talk to?
Um, I usually don't like if I'll see a lot of famous people there, but I don't go out of my way to talk to them. The one cool person that I saw, Andrew Mahone from Tricky Jim. I walked past him in the hall one time, but he had his hood up. He just looked really locked in. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna say I watch your YouTube videos right now. You look like you're locked in for the tournament. So that was cool. Just because I don't think I had seen him at a tournament before. Like I saw Azul and like Rahul at the tournament, but I'd seen them before, so it wasn't as much of a shock. Um, but yeah, that was that was my cool experience. But yeah, it's regionals are awesome. Seeing all your friends in one place because usually if you play a lot, you don't see everybody at one tournament. You see people all over the place. Everybody being at one tournament is really cool. Just walking around the venue, saying hi to so many people you know, especially if it's your home regional. Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah, I think especially more you so more because you run all our events, like even just like working on Top Shelf. Like I saw people who I'm like, oh, I recognize you from coming out to Cup. I recognize you coming out to a challenge. So just also a quick shout out to the broader Top Shelf community and everyone who comes out to play our
Yeah.
events. I saw so many people that like I've seen a couple times, but they recognized me. People were mentioning you when I mentioned I work at Top Shelf. Like, oh yeah, I saw Lucas earlier. He was really nice, and it's like yeah, like shout out to everyone who just like said hi because they recognized me or everything. I was able to meet Azul, which is really cool because I haven't seen him before, and I did get a photo
Hmm.
with him. Also, I saw Kieran Farah, who I know you've played him a couple of times. You've seen him.
Yep.
I've not seen him in person yet. I listen to their podcast all the time. Tell me why every professional Pokemon player or like really good Pokemon player is over 6 feet tall. I
I
had
remember
to
you
do
telling me about this. Yeah.
I had to do a double take when I saw Kieran because it was like, why is he 6'3"? Like
Yeah.
like on stream you can't tell because he's sitting down.
Hmm.
You can't tell in the podcast because he's like the same camera angle I have right now, torso up. He's just 6'3". Like I don't know what else to say.
Tall guys. Yeah.
He's a tall guy. Rahul Reddy's like 6'3" too. Azul's like 6 feet 6'2". So I was able to meet them. Rahul Reddy signed one of my Umbreon cards, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's kind of it though. I think it's kind of all we have to say for the weekend.
Hmm.
Again, quick little shout outs. We did have a nice little group going for pods and everything because of our Discord channel. I will always shout out to the Discord if you want to learn anything, especially with Ascended Heroes dropping in a week to a week. Is that a week? And like, yeah,
It's
a week by the
Yeah.
time the podcast comes out. And you want to know where you can get it, check our Discord. We will always be announcing all of the first times when you get it, what the rules will be for pickup, because we care about community and we want to make sure that our community is able to get the products and get them into their hands. And that's kind of it. Follow us on Instagram and if you're here from YouTube, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. There's so much content here that we'll be posting on YouTube. We have a lot of cool plans in the works, so make sure you subscribe. And if you're ever in the area, come out to one of our locals. They are Thursday nights at 6 p.m. And if you're looking to get rid of some cards or find your new card for your favorite collection, the first Thursday of every month is trade night at 6 p.m. The next one will be February 5th, 2026. That's been all from us at the Top Cut Pod. Thank you again, Lucas, so much for joining us today. We will see you guys next month. Take care and bye.